Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm back to deliver your latest timeless collective channel tarot message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always have the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You could find those facts on my website, located in the title of this live. Raw, real, unedited, uncut, unscripted, deprogrammed, sugar-free broadcast, because the only thing I'm sugarcoating around here is these nails. Come get yours done with me here in my studio in Las Vegas. Let me see the situation, please, in the past. What do we have in the situation in the past? Show me the situation between two sides of the table in the past. In the past, it was the Queen of Wands. Oh, boy, I heard somebody was working some magic. Shout out to IE and Malibu, baby, Janine. Oh, everybody's live on the team. Yes, somebody here, in the past, there's a situation where there was some spell work done. Yeah, we have somebody lighting a candle. We got that black cat familiar there. There's some bones. We got some skulls over here. So there could have been some bone magic. There's some spell casting and witchery going on. I'm just saying, some witchery, not some bitchery, probably some bitchy witchery. In the current energy of the situation, show me the current energy of the situation. Current energy in the situation is judgment. Interesting, because while I was shuffling, one of the cards was flipped over. I raised it up to show it to you on the camera. This is the exact card. Everybody has to answer for what they have put out in the world. You know what I'm saying? As you call it out, so it comes about. Interestingly enough, this also works as you call out things for other people. Watch out, because you literally are casting a spell that you yourself will eat the fruit of. So let me see in the hidden blessing in the situation. The hidden blessing in the situation is 6 of Cups, and it rolled itself in reverse, saying, no return. To the point of no return. Oh, baby. Okay. Let me see. In the challenge is the 6 of Swords. Move on, choose peace. It's time to book that flight. We got a passport, honey. We're going to unknown territories, foreign land, foreigner. There's a filling out paperwork, some logistics, the paperwork. Cross your T's, dot your I's, mind your P's and Q's. Okay. All right. So that's the challenge in the situation. In the environment of this situation, we have 4 of Swords in reverse. Everybody's a busybody. I heard everybody's a busybody in this, being in the experience, in the environment of this experience. It's in reverse. The 4 of Swords is saying there's a lot of people, a lot of it's like the pressure to move, time to act. In this situation, it's the waiting to thank you. The waiting period is over. Okay, thank you. Perfect. So in this situation, the environment of the situation is waiting period is over. All right. Guidance in the situation overall, please and thank you. We have the 5 of Cups. Cut your losses. It doesn't get any better. Sorrows and regrets. It is what it is. Okay. We're not going to try to force it. We can't change it. It is what it is. I mean, you could sit up here and try to look at this. We have these cups. It's been broken. I mean, you could really sit up here and really try to piece them all together. You're better off to go get you a new one. I heard you're better off to go get you a new one, though. Rather than trying to force what's broken to come back to get, even if you were able to manage to piece that back together, it would always have a permanent mark from what it was. It's like, I'm sure you've had a situation in the past where you try to let go of the pain, you try to forgive, get over shit and move on. But no matter how much you do that, like, it's still in your brain. So I remember feeling this way, like, I forgive them. I'm not mad at them. But the problem is, every time I look at them, I can't help but remember what the fuck they did. And at this point, that's why the challenge is to just let it go. Move on. Choose your peace, baby. It's time to pack your bags and get the fuck up out of there. Outcome energy, please and thank you. It is the Tower. Oh, and this is where that memory of what it was that was so upsetting, distressing, disturbing happened again. This is where it's like, dang, my mind knows and cannot forget and will not forget. It's like, can't live it, can't get over it, can't act like it didn't happen. It's like it hits. I just saw somebody open up a notebook and I saw a piece of paper fall out of the notebook, and that piece of paper that fell out of the notebook might have been a love letter or a receipt. I was heavily getting the energy of a receipt, but it was some sort of small piece of paper document, something like that, that just triggers the whole memory to come back again. Wheel of Fortune, yeah. Wheel of Fortune. So with that, it's like, yeah, the decision was already made to let this go, to turn around and walk away. And how can you just leave me standing here? Okay, listen, I just see like you just left somebody standing there, and now it's like, even when you find this reminder, even when it comes up, oh, thank you. Even when it comes up, it's like, no, I don't choose that anymore. Now, somebody here, I kept getting a channel message while I was getting myself ready to do this reading, and it was the same thing, and they just brought it back to my mind because I had asked, well, remind me to say that while I'm live, because I wasn't in a position to take notes at the time that it came in originally. And what it was that you could be wondering, why does the energy of that person keep showing up in all my readings? Why does the energy of that situation keep coming up in my readings? I've been over, I've been done. Well, here's what I got. You're gonna this is gonna give you so much peace about it. Reason why the energy keeps coming up in your mind, in your heart, in your dreams, in your readings is because of this. You are on a timeline where you might remember I talked about soul contracts. You had so much percentage of your life that was dedicated to this experience, but you learned early. You got out early. So let's say for somebody, now this is not predestination either, because this was of your own choosing. You might have chosen before you came into your physical body, but it was still your choosing. And so the thing of it is, let's say you were in your soul contract that you committed to before coming to earth. You said, you know what? I'll give 5 years for this situation. But you learn in year 1 the lesson. You gave yourself 5 years to learn to walk the fuck away. You gave yourself 5 years to learn that you don't deserve to be cheated on, beat on, or something else. But you learned the lesson in a year and a half, 2 years. Well, you still got to fulfill that 5 years in that energy. So what you'll find, what the spirit showed me, is you could, for that 5-year period, it's either you could be with this person, someone like them, or single. Your choice. However you want to go through that is your choice. And so at this point, some of you are like, ugh, everybody I'm attracting is just like that. I'm good. I'll just stay single. Yeah. Somebody else is still in that experience and wondering why they just don't have the balls to leave, because they won't really. It's like we chose to sit in the energy of the situation for as long as we did, for the percentage of our life. I don't know how many years it is specifically, but, and there's no way for us to know because we don't know what the 100% of our life is. But we chose it in percentages, and we gave ourselves that much time to learn the lesson, to choose the healing, and to choose the higher vibrational path. And as we learn it early, like I mentioned before, if you learn it early, you move from being at the center, the epicenter of the karmic situation or the lesson or the human experience, to being on the outer rim. In other words, instead of being in the hot pot, you're on the platter on the side. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why some of you are saying, why the heck does that person keep coming in my energy? I don't understand. Well, if this can help you make peace with the fact that they're in your energy for a reason, but you've decided at this point, if it's just a memory, you have basically decided that even though they have to still be in my experience, I learned this lesson, and they are not going to be immediately affecting my everyday life. So be glad it's just a memory. Be glad it's just a dream. Be glad it's just a flash of something by the side of your mind. We're going to look at the other side of the table with this Madhouse Tarot. Let me see in the past energy on the other side of the table. in the past. We had the Empress in the past. Worth and value. They saw you. Oh, wow. They saw you. Interesting. And the one is looking up. Look at that. So there's 4 people underneath the robe of this Empress. And one of them is looking up at her. The other 3 is just sneakily hiding within the robe. And it's like she's so busy being pregnant. I heard she can't even really see what's down there. She can't see past her belly. And what that's telling me is like you couldn't see past your you couldn't see past your own. It's like you couldn't see what was hiding within your energy field. Like there was, I just feel like this person, this is the one we're talking about. They could see that you were an Empress. You was carrying a lot. You were about to birth a lot. Somebody could see that. But there were different ones. It might have been 4 people even, but this one is showing out highly significant, hiding within your energy. Why? Because you were the Empress. Somebody here met an Empress. They met an Empress. They could see what she was. They could see her position, and they could see she was about to give birth to a literal child, give birth to a situation, give birth to some wealth, come into a harvest season. Let me see in the current energy on the other side of the table. We have the Knight of Swords. Wow, this one looks really tricky. I got that top hat on, got that long mustache up there. Okay, Knight of Swords energy is chasing after something. Okay, got something to say. But this one's coming through, giving me that Magician energy. And then there's some giant scissors behind. It's definitely a card of being cutting. Somebody's got something to say because of that Wheel of Fortune. You made it's like when you figured out. Now when we pull these other cards down here, it's going to confirm all this, I can see. But when you figured out that Wheel of Fortune came about when you cut them off, you were like, oh shit, I got these ones hiding under my skirt. Y'all aren't supposed to be down there. Get the fuck out. But that was part of the deception, the I hear evil plan. That was part of their evil plan. And what's an evil plan? It goes against life. It goes against life. It goes against living. That's why evil is life in reverse. Okay. Knight of Swords, they got something to say. Why? Because of judgment. They're falling under judgment for having, it's like all the Empress's guards came and hauled their ass out. I heard to the guillotine. They got a lot to say now. Let me see. Hidden blessing on the other side of the table. Hidden blessing on the other side of the table is the Wheel of Fortune. I told you already cut their ass out. Like, they're not allowed to get to your hidden blessing. The Wheel of Fortune, you're done with the cycle with them. They've been locked out of heaven. Wheel of Fortune coming out again. Yeah, they're lucky, actually. It's in their best interest that you had cut them off, because the longer they stay in your energy field, the more karmic repercussions they were earning for themselves. The longer they stayed in your energy field, hidden under your skirt, taking what the fuck was not for them to take, the more they were building these karmic repercussions. Okay. And they're in a repetitive cycle that is being produced by their actions, which is going to continue to repeat until they also learn the lesson, just like yours was. We were using the example of 5 years for a soul contract, right? And so it's like, because you learned early, a year into it, a year and a half into it, maybe 2 years into it, shit, maybe you went 4 years into it, 4.5 years into it, it's still going to be reinforcing that lesson. It's like supplemental reinforcement to the lesson until that time period is confirmed and complete. Okay, let me see the challenge on the other side of the table. What is their big challenge on the other side of the table? The challenge on the other side of the table is the King of Coins. Their challenge is financial stability. Their challenge is mastering physical materialization. Their challenge is to create and utilize their resources in a way that is upbuilding, stable, reliable, integrity based, and being connected to the tree of life there. I heard healthy and whole and complete. That is their big challenge. So let me see who or what is in their environment influencing the situation. The moon is in reverse. And there it is. This is the spell casting magic, negative intentions. And it's reversed because it's going back home. Um, the I heard that their self delusions, their self deceptions are affecting them. So they think they can get away with doing certain things energetically and spiritually to other people. Well, that's a fucking lie. It's an illusion. And they are sitting in the energy that they created for themselves. It's returning to them. Also, the moon in reverse is telling me that you and their experience, you seeing the truth about this person. No longer is the moon upright. In other words, their deception, their mask, their veiling, it's all being pulled down. They just showed me Wizard of Oz, where Dorothy goes behind the curtain to find who Oz really is. The magician behind the curtain has been revealed. All the tricks have been revealed. It was all fucking smoke and mirrors, projections, all that shit. It was revealed. Okay, guidance. What's this other person need to do? What is it that they really need to do? It's like right now, everybody has to answer for their own actions. Yeah, Five of Cups in reverse. Stop causing sorrow, difficult, and heartbreak to other people. The Five of Cups is a situation, and the guidance of the situation is upright. Five of Cups in reverse, in their guidance, is saying, listen, so in the upright, it was saying that cup is broken. Stop trying to fucking fix what's broke. Go get you some new shit, right? And this Five of Cups in reverse is they need to stop trying to do that shit to other people. Ooh, and in the image, look at that. We got a demon attacking somebody from the backside. So they need to quit trying to fuck with people from on the spirit realm. That's what they go. What's the outcome for these people? Because I see them under judgment. What's the sentencing? Is the Page of Swords. Repeat the lesson. Repeat the lesson until you catch this. You gotta repeat this lesson. You being thrown out. You better ask somebody. I heard you better ask somebody. Bottom of the deck is a Hierophant. God is watching us from a distance. God was watching the whole thing. They thought they could get away with shit, but God was watching everything. Everything, yes, everything. God was watching it all go down. And this person had no problem causing hurt, pain, attacking other people. But God said they need to stop attacking other people. When they just because they see somebody is doing great, like their big problem is they don't know how to do great for themselves. They think somebody else. Okay, I heard entitled. Somebody here, they feel entitled to take what belongs to another person, to take advantage of what another person has created for themselves. And that was a fallacy. That was a lie. That was not true. They didn't have no business trying to do that to you, but God watched the whole dang thing. Yeah, and let's see what's going on your side of the table. I have the unofficial, totally unofficial Adventure Time Tarot. Let's see what we have for you on this side of the table. All right, in the past energy on your side of the table, in your energy, what do we have? The Knight of Coins. With consistency, you recognize what it was. You recognize when something was slowing down your journey. You took some time in the situation, but when you realized what it was, you knew you had to stay focused. So you let something go. The Nine of Coins moves slow because it's carrying something that it doesn't need to. It needs to let go of what this extra thing is that it's carrying, because that extra thing is like an anchor dragging in the dirt behind the little horse, making that horse have to work harder than what it was supposed to. In one of our readings, probably about a year ago, I heard we did a reading that was talking about you been running, carrying all these bags on your back of rocks, bags of rocks. and you're dropping all those bags of rocks. In other words, all those weights, you could have got so much further. You had so much more gas if you just had, I mean, no, you had the same gas. It's just you would have got further off the same gas. Thank you. You would have got further off the same gas if you had dropped it. And so now you are dropping it. And the Knight of Coins for me, it always represents somebody who's leaving behind that which is like, it served its purpose and now it's time to let it go because I got to stay focused and move ahead. And look at the way, looking back over his shoulder, I hope you can see the eyes, because his eyes are like, I don't trust that over there. His eyes got skepticism in it. His eyes are looking at it like, I'm holding this trajectory in front of me. So let me see. In the past, that's what you did. You were an empress in this person's situation or these people's situation. They were trying to hide under your skirt tails. They was trying to cast some spells, do some magic work. They was trying to influence the way you did things. You let that go. Yeah, that spell casting energy was strong up in here, but it's like, that shit don't fly around here. You don't get you do not pass go. As a matter of fact, you could get the heck up out my ride, out my car, out my house, out my life, out my aura, out my energy, out my bank account, out my business, out my neighborhood, out my city, whatever it was, you let it go. When you did that, look at this. You moved from being in the center of the hot pot, to being outside the experience. And so, like I said, some of you wondering why you still dream about them, why you still think about them. Well, it's not so much that you're thinking about them and dreaming about them. It's like soul contract wise, you still in the time frame which you gave yourself to have this experience. So it's up to you if you have the experience up close, personal, in your intimate space, in your house, in your bedroom, in your body, however you do it, or when you put them outside. You can go. It's like that. Let me see in your current energy on your side of the table, on this side of the table, current energy. I had two come out. Oh, wow. Look at that. Judgment card come out here, but with the Four of Wands. I'm going to put the Judgment card back because we already have two. The other Judgment card came out twice already. But the Four of Wands, this is saying you're already on your new path. You are already on your new path. You're already walking down a new road. Like you moved out of the situation and you got your flowers in your hand. Yeah, you got your flowers in your hand. Let me see what else I can see in this card. Wow, you're being held. You're being lifted up. Your love keeps lifting me higher. And what I just heard, oh, that's awesome. They could be trying to plot and plan and scheme all types of stuff against you, but all that did was elevate you. Now you're being carried. Now Spirit is carrying you to the new place. You already been on this path, and now you're being carried to the new home, to the new energy, to the new place. Yeah, because we have this, it looks like a freaking Game Boy back there with arms and legs, and it's carrying. You're crossing the threshold, okay? Some of you dropped a Queen of Wands in the past that wanted to make you their wife, and you actually are quickly going to be meeting somebody that you're going to build a long-term, stable, committed relationship with that could totally lead to you moving in with them, getting engaged, making it official. Yeah, somebody was up to no good. They were trying to steal your wealth in the past, but you have been carried out of that situation, and it has everything to do with Wheel of Fortune. And you are protecting yourself, actually benefit the other person, because when you don't protect yourself and you allow yourself to keep going deeper into a karmic trench, all you're doing is digging a deeper ditch. But your capacity to get out of that, to escape it, to realize where the heck you were and make a change, gonna make a change for once in my life, was so much greater. And this person, they're still digging the karmic trench, but you jumped up out of there. Okay, let me see the hidden blessing on your side of the table. What's the hidden blessing on your side of the table? One card coming out. Ha! I love it. You are the empress, baby. The hidden blessing is you are the empress. So this is basically somebody came in to challenge your status as an empress. Ain't that about a bitch? They wanted to challenge your empress status. And they fucked around and found out. Okay, and the challenge for you, what's your big challenge in this experience here? Because there's always a challenge in life. We do live on earth. The challenge here is, now what? Page of Wands. Now what bright idea? What will I do now? Let me just look at this. It's a microwave holding a wand. Okay, and it's like a microwave with robot wheels. So here's the thing. The big challenge for you, what I'm getting from this energy is that, like, what does a microwave do? I don't really fuck with microwaves. We've talked about this in the past. I don't really mess with microwaves because it literally is radiating your food. But this is the idea. It's so freaking fast. It's so freaking fast. And so people, the big challenge for you, people are, it's just like an instant gratification mentality is what I'm getting. Also, challenge for you. Now what? What do you want to do now? Where do you want to go now? You've overcome this lesson. What's next for you? You get the challenge of deciding what you want, where you're going to do, what you're going to do, who you're going to do it with, how you're going to do it. But the other part of that I'm also getting is they just want it now. Give it to me now. They don't want to cook nothing. They're not doing no prep work. This is like talking to my daughter last night, and she was like, Mom, it's crazy at the grocery store. I just noticed everybody has all these freaking frozen meals all in there, and a bunch of frozen meals. They ain't even really got no fruits, no vegetables. They ain't got no meat in their cart. They always have a bunch of frozen meals. And that's the mentality out there. The challenge for you is that out there in the world, everybody they want the cheater way. They want the instant gratification way. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to prep the meal. They don't want to choose healthy ingredients. They just want, you would be surprised how much stuff has silicone in it that is made for you to eat. That's not healthy. They just want cheap, fast, easy. Cheap, fast, easy. Well, the Empress is neither cheap, neither fast, nor easy. Hello. Oh, Lord. Okay, so everybody out there want cheap, fast, easy. But Empress is not any of those. And that's makes it a challenge for you as well. Okay. Love it. In your environment, who or what is in your environment that is significant here? The Two of Wands. There's a separation. There is a separation. Okay. Being held separate. This at a distance. Somebody is still inside the hot pot, and somebody, you're outside of the hot pot. You moved out of the hot pot. They still think about you. And the energy of the choices and decisions you made are still influencing their life, which is why we've got that energy that flows back to you, whether it's because they keep coming up in your mind, in your dreams, in your heart, in your readings, whatever. Guidance. Three of Wands. Expect better, baby. Enjoy that you have done what you needed to. You made the choice to separate. You made the distinction between you and it. You chose which way you wanted to go. Now it's like it's showing up. Allow it to show up for you. Hold that space. Stay sucker free. Don't get caught up in no misery, because that's what they was trying to do. Bring sadness to you, honey. Somebody needed to quit playing games with your heart. Don't go breaking my heart. I couldn't if I tried. Okay, yeah. So there's that energy here. Don't go breaking my heart. Well, listen, they couldn't, even if they tried, they couldn't break your heart. Keep your positivity up. Keep your vibes up. Three of Wands is a very positive energy. It's like, yay, my ships are coming in. Your job. Keep looking for how that's true. There's a wink. Yeah, little tiny eyes, but there's a wink. I don't know if you're gonna make it out on the camera. This Three of Wands guy, he's winking, okay? And it's like you gotta keep your vibes up, keep looking for the best, okay? Yeah, keep on looking for more evidence of what else is to come. And every time you have this person or this memory or this experience triggered to come up into your mind, remember that you moved out of that. You're done with that. Yay. So for you, it's a confirmation that you got out of some BS that you didn't need to be in. Okay, you learned the lesson quickly and easily. What's the outcome energy I have coming out for you? Knight of Cups. We have this guy, okay, with he looking all in the cup. Keep following the spiritual guidance. It puts you on your own little motorcycle. Your crown is protected. Your crown is getting downloads real quick. This depiction actually is really in harmony with the channel message that I got about the Nine of Cups. It's like spiritual guidance. Spirit is guiding you on which way to move in life in general. Keep doing that, because you get the guidance to move and they get a lesson and the tower comes down. Wrong answer. Okay, they had the wrong answer. Seven of Swords. You sensed deception. Okay, and I heard the way your karma is set up, regardless of what they bring you, you're gonna see the blessings. Yeah, because you always find the lessons. But there was strategy in what the divine did, putting you in a situation where there was deception, and all that did was confirm for you anywhere where you were holding on to self-deception, where you're deceiving yourself about another person. And what were the divine lessons? Seven of Swords. Seven for me is a number of spirit. Swords is about the mind. This is about being in alignment with the spiritual mind here for you, is what I see coming through. Oh boy. All right. Let's dig a little bit more. Let's get the true emotional cards out. Oh, this one goes with the other deck. Look at that. Oh, what's it? The T done slipped into there. Okay. Yeah, so I see a situation where somebody here learning the lessons for messing around with an empress. Like, you can't fuck with the empress. Can't fuck with the empress because she's in her position because the divine put her there. The empress holds her position because the divine put her there. Somebody here thought they could channel your magic. They're finding out that no, all the misery and sadness and loss that they wanted to send to you goes back to their home. Meanwhile, you end up in a better position. So this is a situation like, let's say, for example, you had a contract with somebody to fulfill a specific role. That not only did they not fulfill the specific role, they tried to take advantage of you in it, or they did. And when you realize it, you got out. And then at the end of the day, not only do they have to pay for their breach of contract, but there's some fines instituted. And, they might not be in business no more after this, because what they did was messed up. And they were, it's obvious, it's clear that something's got to be removed. This is like having a relationship where you were the main resource. You were the main resource. You were the one who was loving, nurturing, wealthy, provider, all of these things. And somebody was taking advantage of that. And as soon as you let that go, because you could see beyond their BS, now they got something to say about it, because they're getting karmic repercussions. Now they got folks trying to take advantage of them, because now you done put them out the house. So what they do? They moved in with their other lover. They moved in with their friend or whoever it was. And now whoever it is they moved in with is stealing shit from them. Just like they tried to steal shit from you. The one that they moved in with is taking advantage or lying to and betraying them, just like they tried to do to you. Those repercussions and consequences ain't nice. Okay, somebody here got the police called on them. I heard somebody got the police called on them last night because they were messing around with the wrong ones. Yeah. You did. I told you, you left them alone in the past. Ghosted card come out in the past. Yeah, you already saw what they were. You ghosted them. You moved on. You detached yourself from their energy. Why? Because they were on it, off and on, hot and cold. Somebody could only handle a couple weeks in your energy, and then it's like they were on a 2-week cycle or a 1-week cycle, or I don't know, feeling the time frame, but it's like they love you and then they hate you, and then they're fighting with you, and then they want you back, and then they love you and then they hate you, and then they're fighting with you and they want you back, and it was just repetitive. You said bump all that, that's out. That is out. Okay, what else do we have in the current energy? Show me more from the oracles, the true emotional oracle in the current energy. Wish. Yeah, they could keep on hoping and wishing and praying, but honey, you're getting your wish now. Yeah, you are getting your wish. You are getting your wish fulfillment. You are on the path of your wish. You made a wish. That was a distraction to it, but it was a necessary lesson. It's like, it's a necessary stepping stone, but it wasn't made for you to stay there that long, honey. I see stepping stones going across a river or across a path, right? You're supposed to go on the stepping stone, but you're supposed to take and put one foot on there and then go to the next one and keep going. Somebody put both feet on it and just stood there staring. And I just see the water coming all around, and I was like, you weren't supposed to stay there. And then there's a rising tide with the water. So it's like the water gets higher at a certain time. And at some point, if you stay there long enough, the water is going to wash over the top of that stone and wash your ass down the river. But no, you stayed there. You started to see the water was getting high, and instead of letting yourself get washed down river, you finally moved on. Look at you. And the next steps you took, you didn't hesitate so long. I'm seeing the next steps you took on this stone pathway, you didn't linger so long. You moved on down the line. Yeah, let me see what else you'll have for you. What else can you show us from the true emotional? Yeah, this was about a wish that you made. Your wish that you made in the past is coming. It's like you're on the path of it now. You get it now. The hidden blessing was the Jezebel. Yeah, and the hidden blessing was a Jezebel. This person showed you some things, and this is what they showed you. Round and round, a divine feminine. Listen, this Jezebel helped unlock your divine feminine energy more, because you were able. I put those back in the middle of the deck just so you know. But you were able to recognize the patterns. Like, thank you so much for showing me this experience, because all you did was help me get real clear about what this cycle was. And it's like, I used to get stuck for years in the same cycle, and now I moved through that shit like a warm knife through hot butter. Hello, let me see, a hot knife through warm butter. It don't matter, it all works the same, I heard. Okay, let me see, what else do you have to show us? What else can you reveal for us about this energy? And so don't get mad when people come through and show you who they really are. Be glad they show you right quick in a hurry. Yeah. Someone's like, yeah, I learned the first night they acted up, I saw all those red flags. I cut them off. I ghosted them. I never replied. One shot. One shot. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Somebody here, you get that now. Ain't no second chances. Yeah, you got one chance. That first meeting, that's your one chance. You don't get a second chance with me. You're not going to do me wrong twice, and you sure as fuck ain't going to do me wrong 10 times, 20 times, 40 times, 50 times, like it used to be. Yeah. And this is the challenge. Psycho, crazy ex, obsessed, won't let go. They don't want to let you go. They're freaking crazy. Somebody here is a psychopath trying to get into your energy. They can't. Again, on your soul contract, you could have had a 5-year sentence. I heard 5-year sentence to live in this energy, to transmute these energies, and you are. And you know what? The lesson is stronger for the other side of the table the earlier you cut them off, because then they have to sit in their own energy. But a lot of people don't ever give them that opportunity. A lot of people on earth that these ones have dealt with, other than you, didn't give them a chance to sit in their own energy, because they just stayed there and put up with the mess and put up with the mess and put up with the mess and put up with the mess. and fed their demons and enabled the BS. And yeah, you get it? Let me see. What else can you show us? Show me more. The love spell is in reverse. This is what's in your environment. Didn't I tell you that this person was casting some spells? There was some spell work. For somebody who was a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, they did spell work, and they're making themselves crazy now because for someone, what they tried to do was cast a love spell that would trap you to them forever. And here's what's happened. That shit went back to them. They cannot get over you now. Why? It's their own intention. They literally would have to reverse that energy and let you go. But they won't do it because they try to cling on and they don't know. They don't know how to get out of the consequences of the fucking love spell that they made. Ooh, Lord. What else? Show me more. Somebody here, they psychopath. They either went to a conjurer, a witch, a magician, a sorcerer, sorceress, or they try to do this they dang self. Okay, they could have. Ooh, I just heard it. Somebody here, didn't I tell you? Look, that remember the little demon back here that is going back and attaching them? Yes, somebody here, they were trying to attach. They used negative entities. Like they could be into different entities, spiritual entities. I'm not going to name none. But there's a reason why you'll never hear me tell you to utilize a spiritual entity to accomplish your goals. Number one, it's not needed. Number two, now you're indebted to that entity. And number three, there's consequences and repercussions for the energy that you attach to. Somebody here didn't get that. Because if that entity doesn't get fed what you promised it, it's going to take it from your ass. Okay, they're going to tax that ass. Oh, what else? Oh, yeah. Somebody here, they try to put you up. You know what? They don't get to. Sex addiction. Listen, if you're still stuck in this, I can tell you right now, sex is what's keeping you locked in. And this is what they'll try to use to catch you again. And even though it says sex addiction, this lady is by herself. So listen, this is in the position of guidance. Some of you, and notice, this is the first light out of these oracles. This is the first card that has any kind of lightness in it. All these are dark as fuck. And look, Jezebel was in there. So what this is saying to me is, sex has been used to trap your ass time and time again. You might need to spend some time celibate, baby. Yeah, it looks like, it behoove you to not be sexually involved right now. Because what's happening is there's a lightening up in this. Like, you got to lighten your energy before you try to connect to anybody else's energy at all. Okay. Outcome energy here. Bad credit, debt, unemployed. Listen. Is somebody here refuses to let go of a situation, a connection because of sex? Because it's dick too bomb. Yeah, man, ain't shit. Dick too bomb. Listen, I don't give a fuck how good that dick, all that pussy is. Listen, somebody go get some bad news about it. All debts must be paid. This person here is going to be getting some messages about bad news, about what the debts they got to pay. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no way to pay. Somebody here, they wanted to be in your energy because, they thought they could hide under your skirt. They thought you would cover their bill, cover their debt. You got money in your account. Somebody else does not. Okay. Bumping heads. Yeah. And then they just bring a battle. They brought a battle for somebody. Yeah. They just brought a battle. Bumping heads. Fighting all the time. That fighting is repetitive fighting. Listen, this is evidence that it's a counterproductive connection that is trying to be maintained. So this is what I have for you at this time. I don't even know what else to say, so I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through column, peace, and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours, and of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Little baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.